Hey guys, Gary here, back with another video. Today we are talking about the D780 versus the iconic D850. So we're going to get right into it. First thing on the list would be the live view button, which is on top of the D780, whereas at the D850, the live view button is on the bottom, which makes it much harder to access. So why the live button on the top is actually very important for the D780 is because the D780 is a hybrid DSLR and mirrorless. So you need that button to be right next to your thumb so that you'd be able to switch off really quickly, because this camera is very useful in live view mode because it turns basically into a mirrorless with the eye tracking, autofocus, which is a very big plus in this camera. Next, we have a faster processor where the D850 actually has an X-Speed 5 processor and the D780 has an X-Speed 6, which is a world's difference. I would say is as fast as maybe 1.5 times. What the D780 actually has over the D850 is the eye autofocus, which is just unbeatable. The eye autofocus you can't trade in for anything, because eye autofocus makes the video and makes photography so much better. It just opens a whole new realm which you do not have with the D850, and I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of spec for speed. Speed is king, especially in photography. When you have a moment, moments are meant to be captured right then and there as soon as you see the moment, and speed is something that contributes to that factor, and when you have it, it is an unbreakable trait to have. The D780 actually has embodied electronic stabilization, so it does not have IBIS, which is embodied stabilization, which is the sensor moving to make up for all the shaking, but it does have electronic stabilization, which is the processor itself trying to make up a less shaky image. What's also amazing that the D780 has over the D850 is that you get 2 SD card slots instead of having a 1 XQD card and 1 SD card, which can get really expensive really quickly. The 2 SDs are very reliable, and you could pick one 128 gig SD card for maybe about $30, a really good performing one for $50, whereas at the D850 for something that is 128 gig can cost you nearly $200, which is a very big expense. So the thing with the D780, when you shoot in live view with the D780, the eye autofocus is very accurate. I've even tested it with a lens that is an f1.8, and 85% of the time the pictures came out super sharp at eye. The thing is, 85% you might think, wow, well that sounds actually not so great. Well, 85% at 1.8 is amazing, because you have to understand it only has a small range to nail focus, and 85% is phenomenal based on the cameras that I've used. Overall, the D780 is a happy medium of specs with the advantage of speed and is about $1,000 cheaper. That's a deal breaker for me. I'm a wedding photographer. Unless you're a landscape photographer, you don't need 45 megapixels. You don't need a QXD card, because that's just overkill. I just take my SD card, offload it, and I put it back into my camera, and that's it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. That's your direct comparison of the D850 versus D780. Hope you guys enjoyed. All the best. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.